Hey guys, it's Gus.
And Carlos from Hardware Unplugged.
And today we're checking out the Pulsar Parabreak mousepad. But before we get started, please make sure you hit that like button to show support. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. With that being said,
Let's begin.
Back okay. Back another one.
watch out, cross, faster.
That's fine. How did I not? Break on me. Break crack. Any help? Any help? Any help? Any help? Where you at?
Fuck, watch out. Got him, got both of them. Oh, crack.
I can't. I'm not up there. I can't go up there.
Got him. Alright, so here we have the Pulsar Parabreak mousepad. Now we've been using this mousepad for about 2 weeks. Before we get into our experience, let's talk about a little bit about the mousepad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this mousepad, this is one of 2 mousepads that Pulsar came out. They came out with the Parabreak, the one we have, and then the Parabreak, the one we have, and then the Paracontrol. So that's another one that we didn't get. That's another one that they have that we didn't pick up. We didn't pick up, right? We picked up the Parabreak through Amazon Japan. Now these mousepads were supposed to be available in the US about a month ago or 2, right? I think in August they were supposed to be available, but they got pushed back because it turns out that these mousepads, shipping them out in flat boxes increases the price for shipping. So that's the reason that mousepad got delayed here for the US. But they did hold it back. They did hold back the launch of the US version. And they're gonna be shipping them out in square boxes to make the price a lot cheaper on Amazon, right? So let's get into the.
At least that's what we can kind of assume, right? Because
well, that's what they said. That's exactly what they said. Yeah.
Do they have like the thing where they said that?
Yeah. They said that. Yes, they said that the reason the reason the.
I'm just saying because last time freaking Vaxi came out, it was like with the whole mouse and the cable thing. That's why. So that's
I asked them and they were like, oh yeah, we got delayed because of the whole shipping.
Okay,
right?
Okay, cool. All right, so I want to confirm that.
Yeah, that's why they got delayed. So yeah, they're gonna be releasing to the US, but just not right now. And I got this on Amazon. The shipping with Amazon for Amazon Japan was $45. A little steep in my opinion.
Wait, just
shipping the whole mousepad
with mousepad,
mousepad and everything was like $45 final retail price, right?
Ooh, close to artisan level.
Yeah, exactly, right. Now at that price point, if I'm being honest, I don't think it's worth it, right? But let's get into the whole experience, the whole thing, and the what do you call it? The features of the mousepad, right? The dimensions of the Parabreak. The square is 460 by 410. Now, I like how they have the whole dimensions here in the background. It's just really easy for you to read rather than.
I thought that was really cool. You know what I mean? Like you can just flip the mouse pad over and it tells you what size it is. I don't know. Pretty cool. Also, their logo is at the back and not on the front. Really, at least not that I could tell. Really, I mean, it does have like a little
branding,
but it's also the same material as the pad, so it doesn't really. Yeah, it's not gonna get in the way.
Yeah, a stitching for this mouse was actually really small and really thin. It didn't really irritate my forearm at all. It's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Now when playing with the mouse pad, you really don't feel it like whenever you swipe your mouse over it.
No.
It's just really small. Like, it's really small.
Like it kind of almost sits flat with the pad itself.
Yeah,
like
really
if that makes sense.
It's really good stitching actually. So yeah, the performance with this mouse pad is actually pretty similar to something like a Lethal Gaming Gear Jupiter, right?
Yes.
Where it's like really slow.
Yes, it's this mouse pad is definitely considered a slow control pad. This is a slow pad, okay? This is not like an overall like
down the middle mouse pad.
Yeah, down the middle mouse pad where it has good speed and good grip. No. This is straight up a slow pad.
Yes.
So for all you slow pad
users,
users, you guys have like another option, honestly. So the main difference, right? So whenever we say that it's similar to what's the Jupiter,
Gaming Gear Jupiter,
right? Jupiter is that it's basically almost around the same speed and the same performance, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
It's just that now the Jupiter, right? That one has this like it even feels like if it's made out of like this like plastic cloth material. Like I really can't like explain it.
It's made out of a metal material.
But if I show you guys, right, the pads side by side, you guys are gonna be able to tell which is more shinier, right, than the other.
Yes.
And the Jupiter is the one that's shinier.
Yeah, it looks more like plastic,
I'm telling you, it has this plastic, like almost like a thin layer of like flexible right?
Yes.
Plastic, and that's what gives it that heaviness too to it. This one genuinely just feels like cloth, right? It feels very cloth-like.
So at first, the mousepad, I don't remember this, but at first the mousepad felt really similar to the Jupiter. Like, and I mean really similar. We had a hard time figuring out which one was faster and which was slower. The only difference noticed at the time was that the Parabreak was smoother than the Lethal Gaming Gear Jupiter.
Yes,
right?
It was.
But we also noticed that the more we used it, the more like dirt this mousepad picked up, because it slowed down a lot.
Significantly.
Within like a month and a week and a half using it, right?
A week and a half,
it slowed down like a lot, noticeably. Like it was not the same as the Jupiter at that point, right?
Also, it picked up a lot more dirt than the Jupiter. The reason I say that this one gets more dirtier is because
it's more of a cloth material, right?
Yes, it's like this one truly feels like an actual cloth material as opposed to the other one that literally looks shiny whenever you put it into light and it has this plastic feel. So like the Jupiter really doesn't get that dirty. Like it just doesn't. It's weird.
Exactly. Yeah. So between the Parabreak and the Lethal Gaming Gear Jupiter mousepad, the Jupiter mousepad ended up being more consistent and ended up holding up longer, I guess, when it comes to performance-wise, right?
Yes, because it's very consistent. It basically stayed the same.
Yes, but when we washed this mousepad, it kind of went back to with
the
gaming.
It kind of felt to its original, like newness. You know what I mean?
It basically felt like new once we washed it, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't like how it picked up dirt real freaking fast.
That's what I didn't like,
because it slowed down noticeably fast. Because I'm like, this is actually pretty slow. And then when I want to go try it, I want to go compare with the speed with the Jupiter pad after using it for like a few weeks or like a few days, right?
Yeah.
And I find out that this is actually noticeably slower, right?
Yep.
So we washed it and everything, and I got the glide back. But
So I will say this. You want to know what's funny is with the Jupiter and this one, I both had the same problem of whenever I was gaming with them.
Yes.
For some reason, my forearm, like my skin on my forearm, it would basically catch on the pad.
Because you were sweating?
No, I was, dude. Like again, I don't sweat from my forearm. It just happens with some pads. It happened a lot with the Lethal Gaming Gear one.
Yes.
That one, I hated that pad. I personally hated it because it just, dude, it would snag on my forearm and, and it'll make the mouse pad seem like it was even more heavier than what it actually was. Yes. Yeah. This one did the same. This one did the same thing, but only whenever it got really hot in my room. Okay. So this one does get affected by humidity. Not a whole lot, but when it did get really hot in my room, I did notice that, I was, that was happening to me, you know what I mean, like, with the pad within my forearm there. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, another thing I actually want to point out, I actually tried using the arm sleeve with this mouse pad just to see if that could help.
Yeah. And
so we have the freaking, the Sky Pad arm sleeve, right? Using it like that, with the material like that, right? Like that, it actually caught onto the mouse pad and actually slowed down, right?
Okay.
But when I turned it inside out, because you remember someone on chat told you,
I think it was Jigsaw.
Yeah, they told they told you use the arm sleeve inside out, kind of felt smooth it right or faster.
Yeah.
So when I turned it inside out, it actually felt with that, right? So I was able to play better. So I guess some arm sleeves, depending on the material, may work on this.
Yeah.
But it still does that. So be aware of that. So another thing I want to point out, this base, obviously natural rubber base, right?
I didn't have a problem with it.
No issue with it. Just that maybe like a little QC issue right here where the rubber base is a little like, I guess, like peeling off and stuff like that. Here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't feel it.
No, you don't feel it, and this really doesn't affect the performance, but it's just
something that you want to point out.
QC issue, something I want to point out. And again, so these mouse pads, they're not available in the US. And I really don't recommend, if I'm being honest, getting them off Amazon Japan.
No, definitely not. Wait for it to, when they come overseas.
Yes, so wait till they're available, because at first they only have one size, but looking at the Twitter, they're gonna have two sizes. They're gonna have this square size. They're gonna have a desk pad size, right? Yeah. And they're gonna offer different colors too for their mouse pads.
Okay.
So that's gonna be pretty cool. I've seen they're gonna have a white, blue, and red one. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
You're right.
So that's gonna be pretty cool. So. Yeah, so not only they're gonna come up with different colors, different sizes, they're also gonna come in square boxes, and they're gonna be cheaper for the use.
Yeah.
So that's why the whole thing got delayed. So that's where the Pulsar mousepads are at. So they're just delayed a little bit because shipping was gonna be higher than the flag boxes that they came in, which I think were actually pretty cool, but.
Wait,
But I don't think it's really worth the price. If I'm being honest. Not right now.
Wait till they actually have an actual price for the use here. Out of the two, the lethal or this one, which one do you like?
Personally, honestly, am I being honest?
Yeah.
I like the lethal gaming pad better, just because we've used this one. You know what? We used this one and it did slow down because it doesn't feel like. I actually like the speed on that one better, on the lethal gaming gear pad better, and it stays more consistent. So I prefer that one. Right?
Yeah, I actually like this one.
Yeah.
Because again, the lethal one, my phone would just get snagged on it, literally hot or cold. Did not like that. Yeah. I also like how comfortable the mouse pad feels. I don't even think like that we said it. It feels really good.
Now really you point that out, it's actually pretty smooth. It's actually pretty soft. That's pretty soft.
It feels very, very good. So either way, whichever one you pick, just keep in mind that they're both really slow control pads, and you're not getting something that's like down the middle or something fast. These are not fast pads. Definitely control pads. So I see people like who play Valorant. What else? CS:GO. You know, I feel like I feel like if you're into textures, you should probably maybe think about picking either one of those. Honestly, I think they're pretty good. Pulsar, I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
Just the pricing right now. Don't order it off of Amazon Japan.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Wait for the newer ones with all the cool colors and stuff like that.
Basically.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. Links to everything's be down below. This is Gus
and Carlos from Hardware Unplugged,
and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.